Coastal Highway.
Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah, we'll see what we'll try to wait for some people to join in while we play a little
Fractured Vision.
Let's start sharing the video so we can get some people to watch. It's not a great gambling song. Spain had a good drummer. Things could have been different. There he is, Marcus, crushing it.
Well. All right.
Baseball today.
Good morning, Jerry.
Well, I'm coming, guys. I'm just sending the videos out, sharing them. Now it's giving me a hard time.
Yeah. Behind you.
Yeah. All right, we are shared.
All right.
And we are live. Good morning, everybody. Jerry Miller. Good morning. You are new to the show, I believe. You may have been here before. You kind of sounds familiar. But welcome. We're going to provide you some opening day baseball. But first, we need to brag on Marcus. Yes, Gerard. Marcus crushed it with them Sabres yesterday. That was a nice call, Marcus. I mean, not only, you went and I was 6-1. My God. So I guess Money Mike King. Let's see, King Cap got capped by Betting King yesterday.
Was there? I must have missed some of the fun yesterday. Was there a little challenge or something?
Yeah, well, Mike was busting his balls. He did an Eddie J thing. He was, like how I would bust Eddie J's balls. You're gonna take a team that's lost 18 straight games and think that they're due to win. So
Gotcha.
And you know what? I am not one to break those due theories. As I've said many times, and we kind of busted Eddie J's chops for that a bit. But Marcus nailed it. So, yes, there is that time. You get that gut. And, it kind of made sense yesterday because they had the one goalie in net that wins for the Sabres. 6 of the 7 wins from the one goalie. He's not the starting goalie. And then they that'll probably change soon. And then they piss away that lead late in the game the night before. So they were either going to get blown out or do the blowout. They did the blowout. Good job, Marcus. Put Mike to bed. Mike's coming back. He ain't. Come on. He's coming back. So, all right. So we are ready to rock today. So, you don't have much to recap for everybody there, Tony, but
it's just the NBA last night actually continued to do well in the NBA. Cash with the Bucks is the best bet last night. Down the stretch, fourth quarter, they're basically toying with the Lakers like a cat with a goldfish in a bowl, man, just kind of slapping them around. So we're at 55-35 with one draw on the best bets in the NBA this season. That's up to 61.1%. So we're doing pretty well, continuing to do well in the NBA. Just ready to crank out some baseball, man. It kind of transitions from betting on Parks and Laurel in the morning to now I can actually watch a little baseball during the day. You know, it gives me a little something. Gives me a little something more to focus my attention on, and I do appreciate it.
A horse race, so baseball game. The horse race, baseball game.
Yeah, baseball. I mean, the horse race is nothing but like a 2 or 3 minute, adrenaline rush, man. You kind of pick your numbers, get your ticket, and then just watch it and either go yay or just chunk it to the floor.
Yeah.
And you do that for 10 times and an hour's gone. You killed an hour, so it's pretty fun.
Man, I tell you what, though, when you get the hockey and the basketball going at the same time, it's just kind of crazy how one is so fast and the other is so slow,
Like soccer, I would say like soccer in the NBA, as I used to compare it, man. If you put an NBA game on one screen and a soccer match on the other, man, it's like, one of
the only way to really enjoy baseball, this is what the TVs are all for. Because baseball, watching 7 games at a time, it's like watching one football game. Or one hockey game.
I got DirecTV, and I do like, that's one of my favorite channels is that mixed channel where they put all the games up on one screen.
Well, it's always on one TV, yeah.
And you kind of move the little box around for different sound. Yeah, I don't have it quite set up, but I do have it pretty nice. Like I say, you can get every game up on the screen at once and then pick which game you want. Oh, wait a minute, their bases are loaded over here. You go over there and click it and bring it up.
But when I got 7 hanging on the wall, and I got number 8 over here on this wall.
That's too much. I'd be getting confused.
You know what? But not in baseball. It does get too much for the other sports. But in baseball,
I need to
because activity. You get pitch. It's nice. I like it. So, but that's the only time I really
build a cabana, pitch an umbrella, and sell drinks, man. If I got that many TVs rolling around, right? You could
hey, good morning, Pete. Where you been, buddy? Putting on some roofs. We don't need no water. All
Tony
right,
and Lou Diamond.
All right, what do you got today, Pete? All right, so opening day baseball. This is our baseball show. Are we coming back this afternoon for an afternoon show?
I mean, I was thinking the same. Why not? I'll be around.
Right. We'll be back this afternoon. I don't know if I'll be here or there, but we'll be back. So meanwhile, let's get our baseball on right now. So opening day.
Love the new format for opening day as opposed to having 2 games in Japan and then 2 months later opening the season or something. Whatever they were doing, I didn't like it. Now they actually have a shitload of games opening day. This is great. I love this is the way it should always be. If you ask me, instead of a Sunday night game and then the next. They'll call it opening day, but they've been playing baseball 2 weeks ago. Now this is literally opening day, and I like it. You're going to get all your aces on the mound for all the different teams. Opening day, the smell of crisply cut grass. The smells, the chalk, the grass, the sunshine, the crack of the bat
out there today.
Yeah, the crack of the bats, baby. I'm ready for it. Like I say, you get your aces on the mound. Every team, every club, every city at this point has hope. So, and that's what baseball brings, an eternal renewal of hope every season. And today is when it starts.
I think, like I said yesterday, opening day is a day that just every game under, even if you like an over or just, I don't know, maybe leave that one alone. But because I do like one over today. So, but every game under should be a winner today. Should be $100 each game. You got all these games. I think you'll have a winning day with that instead of trying to master through it. But I will still try to master through it as well. So I'll start with that first game, the Blue Jays and the Yankees. Blue Jays and Yankees. Yankees have owned the Blue Jays in a bad way. So 58-26 against the Blue Jays in New York. So the Yankees have had their way. They got they got Cole on the mound. Hard not to like that. Obviously, Ryu is the real challenger for him, though. And but I got to tie the Yankees in on a parlay because they're minus $1.85. And so I will tie them in with two other teams here this morning in a 3-team parlay, which, guys, I think we got a solid play here with them. Cleveland, another early game here, who has owned Detroit in a bad way. And we got Mr. Bieber on the mound, who will more than likely be extremely dominant. And I believe we still got 7.5 on it. So I like that under as well. So, but Cole into Bieber into the obvious Kershaw, who's, the Dodgers have dominated Colorado for years. So I expect that to continue here today. So I got a 3-team parlay with 3 favorites. And imagine that. And Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Indians on a 3-teamer. Then I like the over with actually my over today is going to be Scherzer. Scherzer and DeGrom over 6.5. I think you wait a little longer. You might even, I don't think you're going to get to 6, but right now it's 6.5 minus 15 or 20. I don't think you're going to lay the juice if you wait a little bit. So people still jump on that under. So I see that one as the over here today. And that's pretty much my baseball. Cubs and Pirates. 6.5, tough number, but should be a dead under. Wind is blowing in 14.5 miles an hour in a few stadiums as well. So that's kind of my opening day card. What are you thinking, Mr. Rocket?
Start off I got 5 games for the day. Kind of do my typical thing. I start off with got my best bet. Couple of the favorites I like the most. I don't like laying juice. I think we've had this conversation. I'm not a juice guy. I do looking at that Yankees game. It's kind of boosted up, right? Opened in 165. Obviously, the money's on the Yankees. I kind of like a little opening 2-teamer, Yankees and Cleveland. Although I'm really skeptical of those. But if you needed to get something on those first 2 games that start together, I could see a little 2-team action to get the day started with.
And then you got Kershaw at night to go with it.
Because I'm not particular. I'll just cash those 2, take that money, and roll it into Kershaw if I was that confident,
Well, let's do the math. Do the math real quick.
I would double it down. Yeah.
You hit the 2, you're going to get maybe plus $1.20. So you put $100 there, you got 120. Now you're going to bet 120 on Kershaw.
And you still end up
minus
with
180, or what is he? 225, isn't he?
It's pretty high, man. That's
you got to throw him in there. You got to throw the parlay. I see what you're saying. If it were a normal parlay, the only reason to bet a regular $1.10 parlay is when 2 teams are playing at the same time and you like them both and you want action on both, but you don't want to play it both straight up. So. But when you're playing the money line favorites, there's no value in that, betting that and then doubling up on another money line favorite later. You have to kind of throw it in the parlay. But if you had the 2 teams, you hit the 2 teams, then of course you want to put it all on the late play because it pays more than the 3-team parlay. There we go. So cold as balls at the Cubs today, so that's good for the under. Like that. And 14 miles an hour. And before the last couple years, Pittsburgh and the Cubs had a 25-year history of dramatic unders. It's not a small history. You can go over to Killer Sports, great site, where you can just look at all the games over the last 25 years and just look at that matchup and just look at all of them unders. My God. So got burned on it a little bit last year. Coming back with the under here today with the wind and the cold. So I like that. So Baltimore.
Start off. I'll give a couple plays here. Start with a couple.
Marcus.
A couple lower. My underdog. It's called my underdog. I'm kind of going to fade everybody with a small play. I know everybody I'm seeing like San Diego with Yu Darvish on the mound at minus 235-ish. I'll take Bumgarner at plus 200, plus 210. Small
Tough not
play.
to take him as a fat dog. Tough. I agree.
Just a taste. It's just basically, like I say, when I look at minus 230, I'm seeing nearly 70% to break even. That to me, especially this first game, and it's Yu Darvish. I mean, I'm looking back a couple years ago, he transitioned, and I know a lot is expected of San Diego this season. So to me, the pressure's on them. Yeah. We'll see how they need to get a good start, or the pressure's going to really build. If this team doesn't get, have a good April, it's going into May, there's going to be a ton of pressure on them because they're expected to win. And then,
when you got a pitcher like Baumgartner, who at any given day can just go out there and win the game for you.
Well, he should have a fresh arm, man. This is what I call the fresh arm.
And he's a big dog. When you can get a pitcher that can actually handle the whole game, and you got him as a dog, I have a tough time passing on that. So
I'm just going to try. Like I say, these are my smaller plays. Arizona with the Bumgarner, and I'm also going to try.
He could be washed up, Marcus. I agree.
Anybody could, right? I'm not saying he's not washed up. Hell, even if somebody's
he's nothing.
Even if he is, that doesn't mean he's not capable of producing a quality start, which is 6 innings or more pitched with 3 run. That's what I go by, man. I go down this list, this chart, percentage of starts that are quality starts, the team record when the pitcher pitches, and pretty much everything else is fluff, like ERA. I could have a 1.9 ERA, but if my team doesn't score runs, my bullpen sucks, the team's going to lose when I start. So you can't always get into specific pitcher stats. You got to look at it as a correlation of how the team performs overall, and then factor in the line value of the money line being presented by the book. That's kind of how you got to work baseball. If you get sloppy and get lazy and just start trying to pick off chalk, most of the time, and I've seen guys be able to tiptoe through betting chalk, and they'll have decent runs doing it, but it is so difficult to do in baseball. Your best angle I find to go after is decent pitchers with good prices, possibly even some underdogs in the good position, and try to avoid avoid the chalk.
4-1 the last 5 meetings. So I don't know how much that really means today, but they've actually done well. But
even the best teams in baseball don't win much over 60% of the games, which means they're losing close to 40% of the time. And if you want to know when they're losing or how they're losing, you kind of got to look at the number. Opening day, it's a crapshoot. I say I'm going to try Miami also as an underdog. I like this Alcantara kid. They're taking on another team.
He was a big dog last year too. He nailed a big dog.
I hit some nice bets on Alcantara. So we're going to start the season. We'll try a little small play underdog Alcantara against Glasnow, Tampa Bay, and then the little extra, a little more on these next couple plays. I'm going to take Milwaukee. It's basically a pick 'em, just less than 110, 107, 108, somewhere in that range, as they take on the Twins, Kenta Maeda against Woodruff. I think Woodruff has potential because he does well with what I call a fresh arm. Once he gets into multiple starts consecutively, you kind of will see him trend down. But I think early on, you'll find good value with Woodruff for Milwaukee. Good home team also. And then I'm going to try Giolito with the White Sox as they take on the Angels. Bundy, like the pitching matchup, I think you're getting a little bit of value. See if Giolito's ready to fire off this season. Well, I'm going to watch. This is what I'm going to do all day today is watch these starting pitchers work. I'm going to see which ones I like, which ones I don't like. And then my best bet of the day, I'm going to back Castillo, a pitcher I've liked last year. And the year before, you kind of had to be really careful. I was fading him there for a while because he was so overpriced and not performing. I'm going to go with a complete off season. I think this kid's going to be ready to have a big season. So for me, the best bet of the day, I'm going to take Castillo at home minus 113 against the St. Louis Cardinals. So that's the best value with the best pitcher on the board. And that's kind of where I'm going for opening day.
All right. So we got some opening day action there from the Red Rocket. I heard Cincinnati from somebody else out there on the internet too. But actually, Cincinnati's gotten the last 3 out of 4, but St. Louis has really owned this ball club. But different year last year, no doubt about that. So you really can't work with that.
And
but,
Castillo had potential. Castillo's a pitcher that he shows a lot of flash and a lot of flair on the mound. He has a lot of things going for him. He wasn't productive, and the team wasn't winning, and he was so overpriced in several starts last year. And I think that might scare some people off. And early in the year, let's see if Castillo doesn't come out and produce, and perhaps you can get some good value on him in these first few starts. That's kind of my prediction coming in here.
Yeah, no, you're making some valid points, because when you look at St. Louis, they are 20-8 the last 28 versus Cincinnati in Cincinnati. But when you get to Castillo on the mound, 7 out of the last 10, Castillo has beaten them. So that's the one spot that versus. So this is probably the one spot for Cincinnati here today as far as numbers from last year in history goes. And then tomorrow it'll flip back over. So Castillo is probably your pitcher to get the win here today.
And you're getting that fair price. At the end of the day, it's all about how much risk versus reward is what it boils down for me. And kind of on this card, this is the one I landed on. Obviously, there's other games where the team has a higher percentage chance of winning. However, you're paying the price to get that team. So that's kind of – and a lot of people, it's tough to follow that. And as the year goes along, I'm going to talk about it as often as I can, how you have to proportion the actual winning percentage chances of a team versus the odds you're paying. It does make a difference. And over a long season, those nickels and dimes add up to a lot of money at the end of the year.
No doubt. If there's a dog out there for me today, it's going to be the Texas Rangers. They've had their way against the Royals, and I will.
You and War. I don't understand the War part.
I didn't understand it either, Marcus, but he wants War. Marcus is always looking for a fight. We're all right with that. As long as
me. I just thought it's like broken. Okay. Oh, it's like me, you, and War. Okay. I think I understand. Okay.
All right. So now I guess
they got to be shutting me. Oh, okay. I think at best value, the Reds, you got to be shitting me. War, me and you, War. I guess that's what that means. Okay. All
right. Well. All right. So let's go to the handy dandy betting notebook. Dun, dun, dun. And let's look for some action, baseball action. We'll just do baseball only. We'll get into the crossovers later, but right now I'm going for the money line parlay with the Yankees, the Indians, and the Dodgers. And we have $176 in our account, man. So 176. So we had it at 5 something. So we lost about $400 of this shit. And really at small bets. Now, where the hell are these Dodgers? Where are my Dodgers? Why don't I see the Dodgers? There we are. The Dodgers minus 215. So we got 3-teamer pays plus 250. Put $20 on that. I'll bet it bigger. I'm betting it bigger than that, but this is for the show. For this bankroll. But that is a nice play for me today. I'm playing that 3-teamer. So now let's look at the underdogs today. So we got I'm not going to go against my 3 unless you think that I'm off on one of those, but you seem to believe in the Yankees and the Indians as well. So
sure, I mean, odds are they're going to win, but again, it's all relative. I mean, chances are, if you really break it down, chances are one of them will find a way to choke, but hopefully not.
We'll see.
Yeah, maybe one of them will find. This opening day, man. You know how baseball goes.
Well, when it goes
you can
down,
dominate. You can dominate a baseball game and still lose it 2-1. I don't know how many times I've had a pitcher that dominates all game long and lose 2-1. I've had that so many times in my life. It's disgusting.
Well, remember, if it happens, we lose a unit. If it doesn't happen, we pick up 2.5 units. But if it doesn't happen, we only lose 1 unit. But our next play could very easily still get us in the plus column.
Right.
So it's not like you need to hit 50-50 or 52.
No, plus 250 is got. I mean, that's 30. You just 250 divided by 350, and I'll give you your winning percentage required to break even on a plus 250 bet, somewhere in the 32% range, 31%.
One in every 3 games.
A little bit less. Plus 200 is exactly 33%. So plus 250 is going to be less. I think around 31% would be your number at plus 250.
All right. So here's the first one of the season. All right. Now on to the dogs. I got. I'll grab them Pirates.
I was thinking Pirates, and then that was the one that was competing with Arizona.
There.
Yeah, it was between Arizona and Pittsburgh for the big juicy underdog, and I ended up taking Arizona. Man, all these kind of go through here.
I got the Rangers plus 140, Marlins plus $1.34. I kind of like the A's a little bit, but I'm leaving alone, and that's about it. So we got four decent-sized dogs. I guess maybe we'll look over the NBA and see what we got. We'll do a little NBA preview tonight. How about the Cavs 380 at home against that hot road team, 76ers?
Really hot road team. Right?
You got
been doing better
against the Nets. Yeah.
Orlando. How about the Magic? I mean, you probably blew your chance. You were talking shit the other night not to take them, and they beat the hell out of the Clippers.
Yeah.
That probably shot their load right there, I'm guessing.
Probably. And now we're on the train, so they'll fucking lose.
Yes, I'll say you hop on now.
All right, we're going to play 20 cents away here because there's only 26 bets.
Okay, that sounds right.
We have 5 teams. We have the Pirates, the D-backs, the Rangers, the Marlins, and the Magic. Max payout, $180.80. So
cha-ching.
Cha-ching. So, yeah, Baltimore is postponed. We got that one. Marcus says his best value is the Reds. So, Marcus been on fire, guys. So, Marcus on the Reds. Tony's on the Reds. I believe Chumley's got a little red action as well.
I don't think he thinks the Reds is the best value. That's why I couldn't understand what he meant there. I think he's saying that he's questioning that and asking if you're shitting him. Oh. Best value, the Reds, quote, you got to be shitting me.
Oh, copy.
I think that's what he means, but I can't be certain of that. It's tough to pick up context and that little, that's why I don't like texting people, because you lose context and flow, man. You don't understand tone. You don't pick tone, and sarcasm is tough to pick up in a text.
You're live on the air, Chumly. We're just ending the show right now. I just put the music on. You got anything to offer?
Not really. I got to talk to you, though, so you call me back when it's done.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes. I'll give you a holler back.
All right. Sounds like fun. All right, man. I'm going to bail out, get set up for some opening day baseball. We're going to be back at 3:30, right, for NBA?
Yeah, we'll be back at 3:30 for some NBA tonight, and I will leave you with a song called Compromise. Who's got it in them?
Good luck today, guys.
Good luck, everybody. We'll see you in a little bit.
the night grows longer, Levi's grow strong. Now do it. Now get the fuck off. And they say, and they do, and they come round again, and they say, oh, and they do, they tear the walls down. And he said, and she said, there's no compromise left in their